Welcome back guys, today we're at Vision Automotive and you're probably wondering why I'm here with this rusty bike. You're going to find out right now. In today's video we're going to be restoring this bike and then we're going to take it to the skate park and see what crazy tricks we can do on it. As you can see, this bike is pretty run down. Mud all over it and rust everywhere. This bike got donated to me by my friend Niall. It's been in his garden for 10 years, so it's not the best condition. Okay, so now I'm going to show you the bike and everything that's wrong with it. We got flat tyre, we've got a brake that doesn't work, cobwebs everywhere, rusty chain and some rusty cranks. Main problem, the cranks don't move, as you can see. Heading round to the back, we got a flat back tyre. More rusty cranks, and for some added effect we've got some nice grass on there. So I've showed you around the bike and showed you everything that's wrong with it. The first thing we're going to do is get these wheels off and get the tyres changed. Let's go.
So let's get started. So I started to try and take the wheels off, but I had the wrong size spanners. That wasn't very good. Then Jack came along with the impact driver and started to unscrew them. He actually had the right size bolts on there. Then I was trying to get the back wheel off, but the chain was absolutely jammed, which wouldn't let me get the wheel off. So I was struggling and struggling and struggling. And then again, Jack came to the rescue. He wrung the screwdriver off and we started to get the chain off, which then meant we could get the back wheel out. And there we have it. With a bit of perseverance, the back wheel finally dropped out the dropouts as it was seized in.
You want a job, Rich?
I want a job.
Yeah?
Yeah, go on. What am I doing?
We're roping Rich in to get the wheel. Well, you want to get the tyre off?
Yeah.
I've roped Jack and Rich in. Jack's getting the front wheel off now. Rich is going to get the tyre off. And I'm here talking to the camera. Let's carry on.
So me and Jack proceeded to try and get the front wheel off. As you can see, we're not having much luck. This was also seized on, but we just kept on trying.
We've ran into a spot of trouble already. We've got to get the old angle grinder out. The bolts are seized on. And that's how you get a wheel off.
I learned that off Scotty Hamlin, you know.
Is that how you get wheels off, Rich?
Absolutely. A couple of spanners.
Oh, Richie boy, got another one for you, yeah.
What's that?
Stay to that bike. What's next?
What is next? Should we take the brake off?
You want to take the brakes off, yeah?
There's no way we're fixing that brake.
Oh, bottom bracket's sweet.
Look at the state of that.
Right, bottom bracket. Okay.
Bottom bracket is sweet.
So me and Jack got stuck in and started beginning to take the brake off.
So, we're not being sensible with this bike. We don't want to use the Allen keys to take the brake off. We're just going to use the grinder.
At this point we realised we wasn't going to use or keep the brake, so we thought it would just be a lot easier and a lot faster to just grind it off. Jack's enjoying himself.
What do you think to that, Rich?
That's why I would have done it, to be honest.
Would you fix your own bike like that?
Well, mine needs a bit more work than
I bet yours is nearly as bad as this one, isn't it?
It's been sat in the garage for 6-7 years.
Some time now.
So I think, yeah, time to get it back out.
I did get mine back out for 3 sessions. And then now it's gathering dust again.
I think we should all have a reunion. Me, Jack and Rich on the bikes. Do you think, Rich?
I'm down. I'm down for that. Old school Corby sesh.
Oh yeah.
So we continue to take the brake off, and yes, we're using the grinder once again.
I have brung a bag of spares from home, just in case.
Seems like we've been dismantling this brake forever, but we're now finally on to the last part. We're getting the delanger off and the brake is finally off.
Now have the brakes off the bike. We took the faster option and just angle grinding them all off. The brakes was no good, so sorry Ash, when you get the bike it's going to have no brakes. Let's check in with Rich and see how he's getting on with the tyres. How are we getting on over here, Rich, with these tyres?
Oh, but mate, what PSI do you want, Ash?
I'll say 80.
Well, give us a 90, get you working, get you sweating. There we have. We've put some replacement tyres on because, yeah, the other ones was absolutely ruined. Massive shout out to Kieran Riley as well. He's left his pump in my car for the last month now. It still hasn't asked for it back, so if you're watching, Kieran, I'll give you your pump back this week. Now it's time to get the chain off. This was probably one of the most rustiest parts that was on the whole bike.
And now we have the chain off. We don't have a new chain, but I brought my old bike, so we're going to get the chain off that one. There's no way we could have rode the bike with this chain on. Richard has pumped the wheels and put new tyres on for us. We're going to get the back wheel on. Let's go.
Here we are now, dropping the back wheel into the frame. Finally getting the wheels onto the bike. Richard was messing around with the front wheel. He sprayed some WD-40 on as it was absolutely seized up. Now, 3 people to decide which way the tyre goes on the bike. Me and Rich weren't capable. Jack stepping in to help us again to show us which way it went. So we got the front wheel on the bike and we ran into our first major problem. It was seized. Richard had sprayed some WD-40 on prior, but it still wasn't going round. We kept messing about with it, but we couldn't get it loose. So we now had 2 wheels on the bike, only one of them working, but we moved on to the next part. Jack started messing around with the chain, preparing that to put onto the bike. He was taking it off my spare bike that I brung down because we needed a chain and I didn't have another one.
We might have to replace the front wheel. I'm hoping not. Maybe Ash will say no, but I'm hoping he'll ride it. We'll soon find out. We were putting the chain on, so we took the chain off my old bike, but it was too short, so now we're adding some links. I'm going to get the chain on and also try and get these pedals off because the pedals are absolutely seized and won't move. So I'm going to take the pedals off my old bike and put them on there. So yeah, let's get it done.
Finally seems like we're making good progress on the bike now. Jack's readjusted the chain and is fitting that onto the bike. So now we finally have a chain on the bike. Me and Rich mess around with the bar ends as these were stuck in the bars.
So we've got a chain on. Rich is getting the bar ends out and we're going to put new groups on. I've made the executive decision to change the front wheel. I've got a spare wheel in my car, which is my wheel. I don't want to kill Ash. I'll feel too bad if I let him ride the bike with this wheel on because the bearings are not in good condition. But yeah, I'm going to go get that wheel now. Jack's holding the chain and Rich is putting new grips on. Definitely safer. Definitely not going to get your front wheel locking up with this one on.
So after messing around with the front wheel for around 15 minutes, we finally got fed up and decided to just get my wheel out of the car. It's going to be a lot safer. If we decided to ride with the other wheel, someone definitely would have died because the wheel just kept on locking up. So here we have it, Jack looking pretty. Spraying some WD-40 into the grip so we can get them onto the bars easier because these are so hard to get on. Jack soon got fed up of trying to put the grips on the bars and took a step back and stood there and watched me and Rich struggle to get them on the bars. We're getting there. Nice hammer.
Cheers, mate. That's an overcome.
So me and Rich have been struggling to get these grips on for the last 10 minutes.
But Jack can't breathe, she's having to take the bike off the frame.
Matt, it's actually light in there.
It's light.
It feels like it's going to be double flippable.
Do you reckon Ash can double flip this bike? Ash reckons he can double flip anything, Richborough.
I'd say yes, but we built it, so nothing to do with his skill but our building skills.
Go on, girl. After working on the bike for a couple of hours, we finally got to the final part. All we had to do was tighten the back wheel up, but this was proving tricky. It took all 3 of us to get the back wheel to stay in place. But there you see, we finally got the wheel on and the bike was ready to go.
So here we have it. We have a chain on. We had to change the front wheel. Didn't really want to have to do that, but couldn't kill Ash. Let's flip it up. Jack's managed to loosen the pedal up for me. So we have 2 loose pedals. Jack's also put the chain on for me. And Jack has also took the brake off for me. Rich has done the wheels for me.
But Jack is taking no responsibility from any accidents from this bike.
I helped put the grips on. I mean, it works, it rides. It's nothing special, but let's see if we can do some tricks on it. That'll be interesting. And that is a wrap. We have fixed up the garden bike find from Niall. Massive shout out to Jack and Rich for helping me fix his bike up. It's better than it was, to say the least. Hopefully we can get it to the skate park now and do some tricks on it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Stay tuned for part 2. We're going to be at the skate park and Ash is going to be sending it. So yeah, stay tuned, subscribe and put your notifications on, and we'll see you at Corby next time.